What is up, guys? MACABESPEED coming at ya. Very special day for the channel today, unveiling the AEA HP 25 caliber bullpup in semi-auto configuration. I have long had my sights set on this specific platform, and now courtesy of Survival Airguns down south in California, we absolutely have been gifted one to the channel. Gonna make some great content for you guys and show you exactly what this thing is made of. As you can see, we've done a few different modifications to it already, with the Picatinny rail down here extending our mount so that we can utilize a bipod, as well as the foregrip in front of this trigger guard. We've got our high ram sight donated by Mark Reese, and it is not zeroed in yet. I have not physically shot this rifle whatsoever. I wanted to save all of that for you guys so you can see every single thing that goes into setting up and getting one of these online, and then we'll go ahead and see what it's capable of grouping at potentially up to 50 yards today. Let's go ahead and get right into this, guys. All right, guys, the very first ammunition that I'm gonna go ahead and run through this fully filled AEA bullpup is Predator Polymax. They do fit in this magazine with absolutely no modification, and it's one of the few magazines that will accommodate these red-tipped terrors. Let's go ahead and get them loaded up into the breech of the AEA bullpup and see what we can do at 25 yards as far as sighting this thing in. Already I kind of noticed that it is somewhat counterintuitive to have the bolt handle on the same side as the loading port, just because everything has to happen on the same side. If I were to go ahead and design this rifle myself, I would say it's probably better off to have the charging handle on the left-hand side while your right hand could go ahead and feed the mag. We are locked, we are loaded. Let's go ahead and get right into this. And firing. 1,070 feet per second. That's pretty much butt naked speed. 1,095. Looks like I'm hitting to the right. Don't know that I'm on the paper. I don't think I'm on the paper there. Am I still low? Okay.
Yeah, top, left corner. Maybe we're hitting high. You're way high.
Okay, 1,100 feet per second on that last shot, and I do think that I am empty on this magazine. However, AEA will continue to let you fire the rifle even if the magazine has gone dry. So just for safety, I'm gonna go ahead and click off a few more rounds. That's for sure empty. Okay. Let's go ahead and remove the magazine, drop our point of impact. Drop our point of impact. Why am I unable to remove this? No, that's a mechanical stop. I'm not pulling on this lightly. This is... not the way that I wanted my first video with this to actually go, boys. Let's see what it takes to go ahead and rectify this. How did I get the magazine in the rifle? It wasn't cocked. So if I decock it and then pull the bolt back, got it.
Oh, it's a safety feature.
Wow. And now I have something rattling around inside of my magazine. Absolutely incredible. It does look to be red tips of Predator Polymax. It is. Let me set this down so I can show you guys. Looks like the red tips of the Polymax are actually coming off as we go ahead and shoot this rifle. Seems like we were hitting top left on that target out there. Let's go ahead and get a fresh magazine loaded up with some more traditional pellets, the Seneca Domes, 35.8 grain variety, adjust our point of impact and see if we can't get more solidly on target. All right, gentlemen, we've gone ahead and made some adjustments to our optic. Let's see if we can't get more solidly on target with these Seneca Domes. Looks like it's low left. Low left once again. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that information and adjust it. All right, back on target, another quick adjustment. Fire. One thing I will say, there is quite the puff of air that leaves this breech right here and kind of hits me right in the cheek every single time I squeeze the trigger here. I don't know if that's normal for all AEA semi-automatics, but it is almost uncomfortable on my end here on this one. I think I'm out of ammunition, boys. Do the old decock it move once again. It is really difficult to change the magazine. As far as thinking about this as a home defense weapon, my thoughts are waning on that end of it just based on the fact that it is so difficult to change the magazine. Let's go ahead and see exactly where we were landing on that board. All right, guys, because I'm not having too terribly good of a time as far as being able to successfully sight in at the 25-yard distance with this optic, I am going to go ahead and move it just a little bit closer to... Because we were able to go ahead and already generate those initial readings for you at the top of the air charge for you, I do want to go ahead and move this a little bit closer so we can eliminate the cringe factor of this video and actually get it sighted in at 10 yards. This is a new optic, this is a new rifle. Having said that, I think it's best to go ahead and crawl before we walk and set up the 10-yard target. Let's get right into this.
Which optic is that? You got that?
High ram.
High ram?
It's pretty decent. Honestly, this high ram is punching out of its price point. I still have no idea whatsoever. I'm gonna go ahead and change the pace here.
That's interesting.
If you guys are a fan of the channel and subscribed, you typically know that I don't have real problems sighting things in. It's kind of a frustrating series of events, but I do want to go ahead and show you guys the entire story as it unfolds. Low, center. The fact that it still fires after it's empty definitely does kind of bug me, and the fact that I have to decock it every single time I want to reload also does bug me. I absolutely can't thank the great people at Survival Airguns and AEA enough for going ahead and donating this thing to the channel, but as far as a home defense rifle is concerned, I'm actually feeling my expectations fall just a little bit short based on the counterintuitive method of loading. Having said that, I don't know if this is consistent with all AEA bullpups or potentially I got one that may be malfunctioning. I'll have to check in with Larry over at Survival Airguns and the people at AEA as well to see exactly what's going on, but at least we have gotten this rifle on target at the 10-yard mark. I'm gonna go ahead and push this thing back to 25 yards and just stick with the Seneca Domes that I have been running here and see if we can't generate at least a passable group at that 25-yard distance we initially started at, guys. Let's get right into it. All right, gentlemen, we're all loaded up with more Seneca Domes. We've got a fresh target out there at great expense to my own YouTube budget, and we've got all of our cameras running. Let's see if we can't make a passable group at 25 yards with the AEA Bullpup. And we are dry even though we got the report from the muzzle. Let's go ahead and remove the magazine and talk about what we learned. Decocking the rifle, recocking the rifle to remove the magazine, decocking the rifle again so I can load it once I have a fresh mag. All right, gentlemen, even though I had such high in the sky hopes for the AEA Bullpup as far as a home defense weapon, if you can't get it done in those first 10 shots, you might find yourself at a disadvantage where you're just not able to succeed in those mortal type consequence scenarios, guys. Not being able to change a magazine is completely counterintuitive to a semi-automatic offering, but I can't overstate the physical energy that this is actually making at the muzzle. Those 10 shots in that magazine, regardless of how hard it is to load, are some of the most powerful shots in 25 caliber that I've ever seen thrown over the cranny in my airgunning career. This can be a great place to go ahead and end this first episode with this platform, but if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so that you can stay current on the channel as well as when new videos come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.